Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. We're flying through it. Again, thanks for the folks that are over there putting this together for us, Daryl and Robbie. We're going to have Lynn and John Haxton. We're going to actually have Lynn Haxton on. Nobody ever thought that would happen. From Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, and trust me, these people are fantastic, and their operation is fantastic. Let's go ahead and check in with them. We've got Lynn Haxton on the air right now, everyone. I am extremely proud to be able to say that, and her husband, John Haxton. How are you two doing? How's it going so far?
Good.
Really good, yeah.
Has it been?
Great to hear from you.
I know that Thursday and Friday were a bit of a challenge because of the weather, but overall, from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what would your take be on the show overall?
You know, even Thursday and Friday with the weather conditions, the show was great. The attendance was great, better than expected. Yeah, really good, actually.
Very good.
Wednesday was phenomenal. It was.
And today, I would assume, is going to be a bit busy, but I know that when folks get a chance to come and see Lynn and John, they're going to have a lot of questions for you when they're talking about boat tops and upholstery overall, covers for their boats. What's been the #1 question so far, would you say, Lynn, that you've been getting this year at the Sportsman Show?
Well, it's kind of a toss-up between tops and suspension seats. You know, everybody's looking for suspension. We've got a lot of different options down here. But yeah, tops, covers, suspensions, that's really kind of the biggest piece that we're seeing out here today.
Now, Lynn, is that different than maybe in years past, or is there a little bit of a trend with any of those in particular through Haxton's?
Yeah, that's pretty common. I mean, that's really kind of what we're out here displaying, you know, but we've got a lot of different products that we offer too, you know, some of our slide rail system that we build and stuff, so that's been kind of a big hit out here this year too. It's not something we've promoted really hard, and so now we've kind of really started putting it out there, and it's a great system. We're also running a great deal on it, just trying to get it on the market.
Get it out there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice upgrade to be able to put in, you know, maybe older boats that don't have that rail system in their boat. It's really a nice upgrade, and it's something that's easily to get done. All right, John, I had you build me a cover for my drift boat that I just picked up, my Willie 1760. I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Can you tell everybody maybe what's a little bit different from some of the tops that you build, your covers for storage of the boat, you know, like when they're at home, everyone, on your mooring cover, if I get that correct, for your big boats or your drift boats, whatever. Can you tell everybody something a little bit different, maybe that what you do than maybe what's available on the open market?
Well, our covers are definitely tailor-fit to the boat, so they're easy to put on. You don't have to stack up coolers to keep water from pooling. We set it up so it doesn't pool water, and then you can, you know, pull them down the road as fast as you can drag them. You know, they should last a long time. Much longer than one out of the box.
I am super impressed with that cover for the drift boat. I can't wait to have one built for the new boat that's coming. It'll be interesting because I got to have one. Now that I've got one on the drift boat, I've got to have it on the big boat for sure. But first things first, I got to say thank you to you two for spending just a couple of minutes giving us an idea of what you're seeing there at your booth at Haxton's. And Lynn, you did fantastic. This is not the last time now I've got you on the air, so we're going to be doing that more often in the future, okay?
All right, sounds good.
She's a star.
Could you see they looked a little gun shy there? I love that. I love that. Thanks, you two. Have a great show. We'll see you. We'll see you this afternoon while we're running around with the family, okay? All right, everyone. They're going to go ahead and make a quick change, and they're going to go track down Junior. He is the GM from Fisherman's Marine, who has been absolutely swamped since Wednesday. Tons of different questions coming up about what is or isn't available at Fisherman's at the show, and then what is or isn't going to be available at their stores post-show. We actually have a clip that we're going to show tomorrow talking specifically about post-show deals at Fisherman's Marine, because there's a lot of folks that are unable to make it to the Sportsman Show themselves, so they want to still be able to take advantage of some of those deals at the physical stores as well. So we're going to have a little bit of that tomorrow, but we're going to check in with Junior on what you can expect today and tomorrow at Fisherman's Marine. But here's the deal of the week for Fisherman's Marine. As always, this is good at all three of their locations until they're sold out. and I played with these a little bit on Wednesday. I'm not actually seeing these, but until then, seem to be pretty well made. You all know that there's lots of different types of pliers out there, good, bad, and indifferent. But for 20 bucks, pretty darn good deal. And again, until they're all sold out at all 3 of their locations, or until the 23rd, apparently, as well. So they're telling me now that we are getting Junior lined up. I would assume that he's probably buried, although the show doesn't start for another 10 or 15 minutes. And then myself, as soon as I get done here, the wife and daughter and one of her friends are showing up here, and we're heading right to the Sportsman show like we do every Saturday. That's our tradition. Go get some, hopefully, freshly made brats. And maybe a beer, but enjoy ourselves as much as we can. The one thing I'm looking for is a tongue stand for my drift boat. Right now I've got a 4x4 holding it up. If you own a drift boat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find one that mounts right to the trailer. I've seen them over the years many times, but I'm hoping that there's somebody there at the show that's actually selling them, so that I can, well, head home with something that I was looking for ahead of time. Because y'all know what it's like. You get there and you start looking around, you're like, oh, geez, all right. I mean, I could use this. Maybe 3 of these, 3 or the 4 of the... I try to neck it down to 1 or 2 things that I just got to have. Ryan, how we doing, bud? Okay, we're gonna answer a quick question here while they get Junior hooked up. It's going to be a quick one with Junior, but this is Tom. Is there a way to identify June hogs separate from other spring Chinook in the Columbia? I seem to remember June hogs had a much larger bone structure and different taste. Well, June hogs, being a summer fish, okay, everyone, is a very different species. It's something that I would call a crossover or a combo of a springer and a fall Chinook. So there's not as much fat in a June hog or a summer run as there is in a spring Chinook, but significantly more than what you're going to find in a fall Chinook. So based on that, yeah, you're right. When you cut open fillet out a summer run, they're going to look a lot more like a spring Chinook, whereas a fall run, you know, when you fillet it out, typically much more orange, a little bit more opaque look to it. So there's certainly a difference there that you can see in the meat itself. But on top of that, it's also the coloration. The spots are much smaller on a summer run, and you can usually, not always, but you can usually tell which one you have on before you ever even get it into the net. It just comes with experience and opportunity to put a few of them in the net. All right, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have Junior from Fisherman's and wrap things up as well and give you an idea what we got going on for tomorrow.